Good morning. So today B11, Resiuatta to Rifugio, Grauzaria. This has been rerouted and so can't find any information on it. So I'm going to take a stab and say it's about 25 kilometers in distance, maybe 1,500 meters elevation. It used to be 2,400, but that was over a different route. So let's get into it, and at the end of the stage I'll confirm how far it is and how much elevation has been gained. Look at those skies. Thunderstorms due later. The walk starts off with a 500-meter walk on asphalt. We're going to come along here and then we're going to go up this ridge line, maybe a 250-300 meter climb up to the high point this morning. 1.5 kilometers in. The path levels out. We pass this religious shrine and then we keep going up towards Montes Felices, I think it's pronounced. So a little bit more elevation, but I think the worst part is done for this particular climb. At the Borgo Cross, 540 meters above sea level, there's a path that goes that way. That's not what we want. We want to go up here. Take a right. 3.5 kilometers in. That was a pretty good climb, 386 meters. Now over the saddle, picking up path 743A, which is this easy walking vehicle access road that will descend down to the valley floor, and then we use the bridge to cross over the river and head towards Moggio Udinese. Moggio Udinese, plenty of shops if you need a resupply. Plenty of supermarkets, pharmacies, etc., ATMs. So if you need to go, it's 2 kilometers straight on at the end of the bridge. Okay, 418. Look, there's the Via Alpina yellow sign. We're going to be heading to here eventually. That's the town, but the Rifugio is a bit higher up. So in the next few minutes, we've got a steep climb. There's another water fountain there, which is great. We got a steep climb up to Forcella de Moghessa, I think it's called, about 300 meters up. This is the pass. 10.5 kilometers in, 700 meters elevation done for the day. And now we descend pretty acutely on this forest trail for the next few kilometers. 11 kilometers in, just over the pass, coming down this gravel trail, and that's the view. Very, very nice this side of the valley. Just over 12 kilometers in. This is the small village of Moghessa di La. Here we are. Trail 418 continues down here. And then we're gonna continue down to the valley, and then we're gonna make a fork on the new trail. This morning, I mentioned that this trail has been rerouted. And why is that? Well, the original trail, after Moghessa, which is very, very soon, the original trail used to fork left on path 419, and it used to make the slow ascent up to Forcella Navernalis. However, that path is crumbling away. It's also quite technical. There were some boardwalks that take you through the river and some cables that have not been maintained. And so the new route, according to tobacco maps, stays on 418. And rather than going up over the high point, it stays low in the valley floor and makes a slow ascent, a gradual ascent up to the Rifugio. So I'm going to take the new path in a moment. I say in a moment, in about a kilometre, maybe a little bit more, and then we'll see what it's like. 14 kilometres in, you got this nice river, have a water refill, a nice pool there to cool down. Very, very nice. Trail goes this way. 16 kilometres in, 3 kilometres on that road. There's a water source here, and we're at the high point. Borgo Morals. Look at that vegetable garden. Now we descend on path 418 down to Grauzaria. Look at that cool church, Borgo di Mezzo. And then look at that even cooler water fountain there. Almost 17 kilometers in. It looks like I'm going to get caught in the storm. Going to get back on trail, path 444. Rifugio, Grauzaria, 4 hours. Let's see how we get on with the weather and the trail. 200 meters after that sign, we see this sign here. And this is path 437A, which is what we want. We don't want to take 444 as it goes up into the mountains. That was a steep climb. 20.5 kilometers in. That was 350 meters elevation in about 1.4 kilometers. That's the wrong end of the day to be doing those type of climbs. Anyway, heading north now on this plateau for a bit, and then no doubt we got another steep climb to get up to the Rifugio. We've got big storms coming. This rain we got now is nothing. Hopefully get to the Rifugio within an hour before the heavy rain. Those views will be good on a great day. Those views are good on a bad day. Trail goes up, maybe 2 or 3 kilometers left. Just over 23 kilometers in, path 437 up to the hut. Pretty cool path. And at the moment, getting shelter from the last of the rain. I think the path's going to get pretty steep once I come out this forest. That's a better view now the rain stopped. About 1 kilometre left, somewhere up here, the Rifugio, just behind that ridge line. The end point for B11, Rifugio, Grauzaria. I said this morning it will be 1,500 metres elevation, 25 kilometres. It was 24.4, 1,708. I'm booked in for tonight. I'm going to go and get dry, get a meal. I'll see you on the trail for B12 tomorrow.